Hello art students, today we are going to learn how to use color to create the illusion of depth in a painting. This is also called atmospheric perspective. Atmospheric perspective refers to the effect the atmosphere has on the colors of objects as they are seen from a distance. The objects closest to us, like the dock on the left here, are the most intense, while the objects that are farthest away, like the mountains in the distance, are less intense and more neutralized. A good way to think about this is to break up your subject into its zones, starting with what's called a horizon line. The horizon line is what divides the earth from the sky, and in this photograph is more or less in the middle of the picture. Everything from that horizon line down is what's called the foreground. And the foreground has the most detail and the most intensity in terms of the color. There are high levels of contrast between the light and dark values, so we see lots and lots of details. From that horizon line up a bit, we see what's called the middle ground, which is this hillside that's got a castle at the very top. We don't see as much detail here, and the colors are mostly one value. We get the gist that there are some houses nestled in that hillside, but we aren't seeing tons of details. From that middle ground up is what's called the background, and it encompasses that mountain range there and way off in the distance, and then all of the sky, including the clouds. And you can see that the colors in the background are the most neutralized. In fact, the mountains start to fade into the sky quite a bit. Looking at a black and white photocopy of this landscape, it's really easy to see all the differences in value from the foreground here, which has the highest level of contrast, to the middle ground, which has mostly one value, and then the background, in which those mountains really fade into the sky. You can see there's a very subtle difference in value there, and that's going to be really helpful when we get ready to paint. The first step is to do a simple contour line drawing of each of those zones of your landscape. So what you're looking for is enough information so that you can do your monochromatic painting.